Okay, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about perimeter and area. We've spent some time with it before break, but now that we're back from break, I want to refresh your memory. Perimeter is the outside of your shape. It's the line on the outside of your shape. If you're a basketball player, it's the out of bounds line on the basketball court. If you have a trampoline, it's the net that goes on the outside of the trampoline. If you have a garden, it's the fence that goes around your garden. Those are all perimeter things. It's the outside. To find perimeter, you're going to add. You're going to use addition. And you have to make sure you add all the sides to whatever shape you have, whether it's a triangle, a rectangle, a hexagon, it doesn't matter. If you add all the sides up, you will find the total perimeter. One way I like to think of perimeter is it's the crust of your pizza. So some people eat the crust part, some people throw it to their dog, but if you eat the crust, you eat the perimeter of your pizza, you eat the outside. Perimeter is always done in inches, feet, centimeters, meters, miles, just plain units. It's a linear measurement. It's a line that you're measuring. And then I have an example down here. I've got this 5x4 rectangle. To find the perimeter, I have to do 5 plus 5 and 4 plus 4, and that equals 18 inches. I am just measuring the outside line to find that perimeter, and that's all I have. Area is a little different. Area is the inside of your shape. So perimeter is the outside line on your basketball court. Area is the area that you play basketball in. If perimeter is the fence on your trampoline, then area is the spot, the inside where you bounce on the trampoline. You multiply to find that area, and you multiply the length times the width. And I just found a spelling error here. I'll fix that. Sorry about that. Length times width to find that area. If you're thinking pizza, if the perimeter is the crust or the outside of your pizza, the area is the cheese and all your toppings. So let's say you had a pepperoni pizza, the cheese, the sauce, the pepperoni, that's in the area of your pizza, the inside part. When you measure area, you're actually measuring inches squared, and that's what that little 2 means, in squares. Centimeters squared, feet squared, meters squared, miles squared. Whatever measurement, it always has this little 2 because you're measuring the little squares on the inside. And when we were working with the first Zern lesson, you could actually count the little squares inside. You would be able to count the area because they would have little squares. That's what this 2 means. It's a 2-dimensional measurement, whereas perimeter is a 1-dimensional measurement. To find the area of this shape, you just take how tall it is, the length and the width, and multiply those. So multiply length times width, 5 times 4, and you get the area, which is 20 inches. And notice it's squared. So they're talking about all the little squares inside this rectangle. Here's a quick example. If I wanted to find the perimeter of this shape, I would have to add 8 plus, this side has to be 8, right? Because their opposite are equal. So 8 plus 8 is 16, and 6 plus 6 is 12. So I would have to do 16 plus 12 to find the total perimeter. Because remember, I'm adding, and that's 28 feet. And remember, it's just feet, not feet squared, because I'm just doing this red line, just the outside. So again, if this were a rectangular pizza, this is just the crust. If I wanted to find the area, I would be measuring all the inside parts to this. And we could make all the little squares in here and count them all. That would take us a long time. But we can calculate that just like we did with factor pairs, just like we did with arrays, by simply multiplying 6 by 8. And 6 times 8 will give us the total area, which is 48 and their feet, and this time they're squares. They're not just the red line on the outside, they're this whole square area on the inside. And that's why they have that dimension there. Now, sometimes you get squares and you want to find the perimeter and area of that shape, but they only give you one side. Well, the nice part about working with the square is you know all the sides are equal. By definition, a square has 4 equal sides. So if they ask you to find the perimeter, which is this outside part, you just do 7 plus 7 plus 7, and that would give you the perimeter of 28, and this time it's just centimeters is our unit, and they're singular, not squared, because we're just that outside line for perimeter. The area, however, we have to do how tall it is by how wide it is, or 7 times 7, and that gives us our area, or the inside, 49 centimeters squared. So inside this square are 49 little squares showing the area. So perimeter outside, add, area inside, multiply.